The Great Chicago Fire remains one of the most devastating events in American history. In 1871, from October 8th to 10th, a raging inferno consumed the city of Chicago. The fire left an indelible mark on the urban landscape. It also raised questions about urban safety, planning, and resilience. The fire broke out on the evening of October 8th. It rapidly spread through the city's dry wooden buildings. Fanned by strong winds, the flames jumped from structure to structure. The firestorm raged for 3 days, leaving a path of destruction in its wake. Over 300 people lost their lives in the disaster. Thousands more were left homeless. The fire consumed an area of approximately 4 square miles. It destroyed homes, businesses, and public buildings. The destruction was so complete that only a handful of structures survived the inferno. The city's infrastructure, including transportation and communication systems, was crippled. Residents emerged from the ashes to confront the daunting task of rebuilding their lives and their city. However, the spirit of Chicago remained unbroken. The city's residents displayed remarkable resilience and determination in the face of adversity. The Great Chicago Fire has inspired numerous myths and legends over the years. One of the most enduring myths is the tale of Mrs. O'Leary's cow. Legend has it that the fire started when the cow kicked over a lantern in the O'Leary family barn. While this story has become ingrained in popular culture, there is no evidence to support it. Another common misconception is that the fire was an isolated incident. In reality, the summer of 1871 was exceptionally dry. The Midwest had experienced a severe drought, leaving Chicago and its surrounding areas highly susceptible to fire. Some accounts of the fire exaggerate the level of lawlessness and chaos that ensued. While there were instances of looting and disorder, most residents responded to the disaster with remarkable courage and compassion. Neighbors helped neighbors, and relief efforts were quickly organized. While the exact cause of the Great Chicago Fire remains a mystery, the most widely accepted theory points to a fire that broke out in a small barn owned by Patrick and Catherine O'Leary. The barn was located in a densely populated neighborhood on the city's southwest side. On the evening of October 8, 1871, a fire erupted in the barn. The fire quickly spread to nearby sheds and houses, fueled by dry conditions and strong winds. The flames rapidly consumed the wooden structures, sending embers flying through the air. These embers ignited other buildings, and the fire began to spread uncontrollably. Chicago had experienced a long drought, leaving the city tinder dry. The city's buildings were primarily constructed of wood, and many had highly flammable tar roofs. Strong southwest winds carried burning embers across the city, igniting new fires ahead of the main fire front. As the fire raged out of control, firefighters struggled to contain the blaze. Section 4, Rising from the Ashes, the Aftermath and Rebuilding of Chicago. The aftermath of the Great Chicago Fire was marked by widespread devastation and a profound sense of loss. The fire had claimed an estimated 300 lives and left over 100,000 residents homeless. Despite the immense challenges they faced, the people of Chicago displayed remarkable resilience and determination in the wake of the disaster. Aid poured in from across the nation and around the world. Donations of food, clothing, and supplies helped to alleviate the immediate suffering of those who had lost everything. The rebuilding process began almost immediately. Architects, engineers, and urban planners descended upon Chicago, eager to contribute to the city's reconstruction. The city adopted new building codes that emphasized fire-resistant materials and construction techniques. Streets were widened, and parks and public spaces were incorporated into the city's design. The city's rapid rebuilding and modernization transformed it into a major center of commerce, industry, and culture. Section 5. A City Transformed, the Legacy of the Great Fire. The Great Chicago Fire left an enduring legacy on the city of Chicago, and on the nation as a whole. The disaster highlighted the importance of fire safety and urban planning. It led to significant advancements in firefighting techniques, building codes, and fire prevention measures. The fire's impact extended beyond Chicago, prompting other cities across the United States to reevaluate their own fire safety measures. Many cities adopted stricter building codes, established professional fire departments, and implemented fire prevention programs. The fire also led to the development of new architectural styles such as the Chicago School, which emphasized fireproof materials and innovative structural systems. The fire's legacy continues to shape our cities and our understanding of urban development and disaster management. Section 6. Learning from tragedy, fire safety, and urban planning. The Great Chicago Fire stands as a stark reminder of the importance of fire safety and urban planning. The fire's rapid spread and devastating impact were exacerbated by a number of factors, including the city's highly flammable wooden buildings, its lack of adequate fire breaks, and its inadequate water supply. In the aftermath of the fire, Chicago and other cities across the United States implemented significant changes to improve fire safety and urban planning. These changes included the adoption of stricter building codes that mandated the use of fire-resistant materials, such as brick and stone, and the construction of wider streets to create fire breaks and provide better access for firefighters. Cities also invested in improving their fire departments by acquiring new equipment, such as steam-powered fire engines, and by establishing professional fire departments with trained firefighters. Section 7. Chicago's enduring spirit, a testament to resilience. The Great Chicago Fire was a tragedy of immense proportions, but it also revealed the indomitable spirit of the city's residents. In the aftermath of the disaster, the people of Chicago came together with a shared determination to rebuild their city. They demonstrated remarkable resilience, resourcefulness, and a deep sense of community. Citizens from all walks of life contributed to the effort, working tirelessly to clear debris, rebuild homes and businesses, and restore the city's infrastructure. The fire had tested the limits of their endurance, but it had also forged an even stronger bond among them. The story